The reason why I flee Malaysia is because I want to escape the Sharia police, the moral police, and from getting prosecuted. Because we have a Sharia law that fine us 1,000 ringgit for cross-dressing and jail not more than 6 months. That I see Malaysia becoming worse for us since the 80s, 90s, and after 2000, it's becoming more conservative and intolerant.
The problem with Malaysia is that religion and politics really fuel hate towards LGBT people, especially trans people. So as a result, trans women who are the most visible within the LGBT community face the brunt of hate the most. Not only that, Malaysia also has no trans related healthcare at all to cater to trans people. This makes it really hard for trans women and trans people in general to medically transition, and many of us have no resources to really monitor our health while taking hormones, and many of us resort to self-medicating, which isn't safe at all.
Coming to UK is the hardest decision I ever made. I have to leave my job, my home, people that I love, my financial stability. Soon as I reached to Heathrow Airport, I was treated with respect, but yet as a trans woman documented as a male, it was unfortunate that I have been interviewed by Muslim officer, as he can see my previous religion was a Muslim. So he misgendered me and decided to send me to male-only hotel for asylum seeker. Luckily, it didn't happen. In terms of healthcare, I was lucky to get an access for bridging hormone after a few fights. I went here and there, getting letters of recommendations, and finally my GP agreed. For social, I have been attacked by a group of black boys calling me faggot and transgender. I was terrified. This is a new country for me. I don't understand their culture. In different incidents, I was followed by strangers from the tube and I don't know how to seek help. After a long time here, I start to realize that homophobic is everywhere. But luckily, there is still a good people in here too. It gives me hope that kindness is still exists. About Home Office, again, I have to prepare letters of recommendation here and there to get my name and gender changed. It was a battle and finally I win. I might be strong, but sometimes I feel mellow and sad. For people out there, seeking asylum is not an easy decision. I have to make huge sacrifices, leaving everything behind for my safety and future. In my country, I was denied to have a basic human needs. I cannot have an open relationship. Every relationship I had is behind a closed door. My family don't hate me, but they are not supportive either. My society hates me, and my country looking forward to punish me. Although getting my asylum claim here in the UK is still a challenge, but still better than living in a country that you don't feel belong and love.
I am a trans woman from Malaysia and I have been a refugee here for almost 5 years now. So from the very beginning of my asylum claim, I had to do a lot of survival sex work and some other side gigs so that I can have the money to buy my own hormones, as the NHS don't have the rights to provide me with any of those. Even as a British citizenship, it is very difficult. But I survived, and then fast forward 7 months later, I was granted refugee status. So the first thing I did was finding my own place, while also I was continuing my master's education. And I was struggling to keep a roof over my head as well. At one point, I only relied on toast to make food, and because I needed to save money to travel to uni. In terms of accommodations, in almost every place I moved to, I had to face some kind of discriminations. I live with a transphobic Polish man where he tried to kick me out. I was also harassed sexually by one of my housemates. Next house, I was a victim of rape and violence. My next house, I was stalked and, well, abused as well. It was traumatizing because I felt the acute pain to every facet of my intersectionality, either self-identified or imposed by others, such as being an asylum seeker, a refugee, a migrant, Asian, queer, sex worker, and an openly trans woman. The things that I have access to and benefited from, it humbled me. I count my blessings, such as my name change, my gender marker change, my livelihood as a trans woman who are protected by law here. All those little things on paper, it affirms and give me some joy. Right now, I just identify as a badass bitch. That's for being in total control of herself, honey, period.